Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you my bullet journaling supplies, and by no means you need to have these things to bullet journal. All you really need is a notebook and a pen. These are just some things that I like to use to bullet journal, so yeah, let's get started. So firstly, you need a notebook. So the one that I use is the Leuchtturm 1917 dotted notebook. I haven't tried any other ones, but this is the one that I'm using for this year. Maybe I'll switch for next year, I'm not sure. But overall, the only complaint I have is sometimes there's ghosting of certain markers through the pages, but that's kind of expected with most notebooks and journals. And just a reminder, I'm going to be listing all of the items that I use for bullet journaling in the description, as well as stars beside the ones that I highly recommend and the ones that I use all the time. So just if you guys want, you can go check that out. So the fineliner that I use the most is the Tombow mono drawing pen. I have that in 3 different sizes, and I think I use pretty much all of them equally. I haven't really tried that many fine liners, but if you guys have any suggestions, make sure you leave them in the comments because I would love to hear them. So another one that I use occasionally is the Staedler triplus fine liner. This one I don't like as much. I find the tip to be a little bit more delicate. I also find the black to not be as solid as the Tombow fine liners, but that's also just me. So another one that I used to use often was the black liner by Pacific Arc. I overused this one so much, so the nib on it kind of like got destroyed. So maybe it's the fine liner, maybe just because I used it so much. But yeah, I still do use this one occasionally. Some other ones sometimes that I use are the Sharpie Ultra Fine Point pens. I feel like everyone has some of these. I like using these on like magazine paper or newspaper when I need a more heavy duty fine liner and I don't want to use my other ones because these are permanent. In terms of calligraphy pens, I really like using the Tombow fuedonsuke pens. I have no clue how to say that, but I have one in a hard nib and a soft nib, and I definitely prefer the hard one better. I find it easier to control, but I use these all the time. I love them because they don't soak through the pages and they are super easy to do calligraphy with and perfect for beginners. I really like using this Zebra Sarasa ballpoint pen to do journaling in my notebook or some other types of things. I think I like this over a fine liner sometimes just because the smoothness of when you're writing is just a whole lot more satisfying than using a fine liner, but that is also my personal preference. And I also just have some Sharpie markers because I feel like they always come in handy. I don't use these to write or anything, but sometimes when I need to write on like newspaper or magazine, it works well. So I really like using this white uniball signo broad gel pen. It's in the color white, obviously. I think this is a really great white gel pen. I find it's hard to find super pigmented white ones, but this one does a pretty good job. I like to use this for highlights in lettering or in other types of art that I do. So now on to the metallic markers. I have 3 different types. This first one is by Pen Touch and it's the calligrapher pen. This one has a really nice tip so you can do calligraphy with it. This is more of a paint pen instead of like a gel pen, and I really like how this works. The color is super pigmented and super bright. Another one by Pen Touch that I have is just a fine point. This one is kind of running out of ink, but I've used this for like seriously forever, so I still use it on occasion. And the last one is this Sanford Gold Coat marker, and it's more of like a marker, hence the name, but this is good for filling up larger spaces with gold. And also on the metallic train, I have these metallic Sharpies in gold and silver. I don't actually have the copper one, which I should get. And they don't actually soak through my bullet journal pages, which is great because I love using them. The color is super pretty on them. I definitely prefer the silver over the gold, but I would like to try the copper because maybe I would like that one more. But yeah. So the next thing that I use is the Tombow dual brush tip markers. I feel like every single person has these and they are amazing. That's why everyone has them. I don't have that many colors yet, but I do plan on expanding my collection very soon. So I only have the pastel pack as well as the black marker, and I love these. They're super easy to do calligraphy with and the color is just super pretty. I like how there is a fine point on one side and then the brush tip on the other. These are also great because they are not oil markers, so you can blend them with water. So you can do watercolor with them, which I have done in my bullet journal in one of my past videos if you guys want to go check it out. But I would highly recommend these markers and I definitely will be purchasing more. So the next markers that I have are the Crayola Supertips, and these are absolutely amazing. I love these so much. They are incredibly cheap, as you probably know, and they come in so many different colors. You can use these for so many things. I like to use them for calligraphy, just for basic coloring in my bullet journal. But yeah, I think these are a great starter. You can do so many things with them, and they are super inexpensive. Currently I have the 50 pack of the Crayola Supertips, and that seems to serve me quite well as there's a huge variety of colors. So the next thing that I don't use as much as I would like to are my Prismacolor colored pencils. I'm not a super big fan of doing pencil crayon drawings in my bullet journal, but regardless, these are great pencil crayons. The pigment is super creamy and the colors are really nice. I also have some other random ones in there that I use sometimes. Okay, so let's talk washi tape. My washi tape collection is not that extravagant, and I do plan on adding quite a few more pieces into it, but for now this is what I have. Most of my washi tape is from either Hobby Lobby, Dollar Tree, or Micheal's. I find that Micheal's is pretty expensive unless you're using a coupon on it, but the best deals are definitely Dollar Tree and Hobby Lobby if you can catch them on sale at Hobby Lobby. But I definitely find myself gravitating towards my gold and silver washi tape, which are from Dollar Tree, I believe. I like to use these as accents or like around photos that I'm pasting into my bullet journal. So into my bullet journal, I like to add stickers, specifically stickers that I have made. I have a video on how I make my own stickers. I find this to be super cheap, and also I can make the stickers exactly how I want them and exactly what I want them of. So I use packing tape to do this. Again, if you guys would like to watch that video, I will link it in the description box. So as you can see right now, my sticker collection is a little low. I need to make some more. Another thing that I like to use in my bullet journal are these craft paper sticky notes, which I purchased from Amazon. They were probably less than $1, so super inexpensive, and yeah, I really like using them. Another random thing that I like to use in my bullet journal are these two mini-sized rulers. One is in centimeters and one is in inches, but I like to use these because they fit better in my bullet journal and they're not super big. But I definitely recommend using a ruler. It makes drawing lines even easier. I also like using watercolors in my bullet journal, so this first one is a koi watercolor set. This is a travel-sized one, and I like these. They're pretty good. It comes with a water brush pen. I don't really know what they're called, but to be completely honest, I'm mostly just obsessed with how adorable this packaging is. A more recent purchase is this yastumo metallic watercolors. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong, but this is from Micheal's. It was like $5 or something, and super inexpensive, and also the colors are pretty decent for the price that you're paying for them. And here's some more random watercolors that I use sometimes. Nothing fancy. This one's like by Prang. I use them sometimes because I really like the black in that one. It's really pigmented, and this one is just kind of really bad, but I still happen to have it and I do use it sometimes. And another thing that I like to use are magazine clippings. I like to use it for like the black and white text, or sometimes there's pretty patterns or colors in there. These I got from a thrift store, and I use them for a long time because there's quite a few pages in there, so it's definitely an inexpensive way to spice up your bullet journal. And that concludes all of my bullet journaling supplies. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you have not, make sure you subscribe to my channel and give this video a like, and also comment down below any other video ideas you have for me. And yeah, I will see you in my next video. Bye!